Good morning. Let me start by saying please excuse my hair. If you have curly hair, you know it's like bad Velcro, but it'll probably get better, hopefully. I don't know. Stay tuned to find out. But I'm gonna take you guys along with what we do this morning, and I'm whispering because Eli's still sleeping, so our 1-year-old. I'll take you along with us, and then hopefully at nap time I can share about how I became a stay-at-home mom. But like, subscribe, I'd love to see you again. So thanks for watching. What are you doing? What are you eating?
Don't go down.
You want to get down?
Down,
We'll get down.
down, down.
I know Caillou, but Rosie's legs only go so far.
Rosie,
At the crosswalk. It's where we safely cross the street.
I can see the slide from here.
Hang on, Caillou. We have to teach Rosie how to cross the street properly.
First, we push the button, so the sign flash.
Yes, yeah. No, lemon. Can you say lemon? Lemon. Lemon. Sing a song for Mom. Oh, it's beautiful. It's a big spider. You done? Careful. Silly dog. Excuse me, that's nice. Hey guys, what's up? We made it to nap time. I'm super stoked. Every time it comes to this point in the day, it's kind of my time to chill and do what I need to do. And it super excites me. So we made it to nap time. Hopefully he takes a good nap. But I wanted to talk to you guys about something I talk to people about a lot, actually. Like when I see a lot of girls, or if I'm talking to just people, they ask what it's like being a stay-at-home mom and how I got to do it. And often people are like, oh, I wish I could, or it just wouldn't work for us, but I would like to, you know, it's stuff like that, or like, I have no desire to do that. It's always different. It's always interesting to hear. But I wanted to tell you how my husband and I made it something that we wanted to do, and how we made it happen. Because let me start by saying we are not rolling in money. We are blessed, but we are not wealthy by any means. We're not poor by any means either. We're like middle class. My husband makes five digits a year. It's not, we're not poor, but we're also not wealthy. So we have to strive to maintain what we're maintaining, and sometimes we have to cut things out, and that's fine. We came to this crossroads towards the end of my pregnancy where we were like, okay, are we gonna wait the 6 weeks? Because around here where we live, it's a 6-week maternity leave, which is not long, and I think that's crazy. But do we wait the 6 weeks and then I go back to work and put him in daycare, or, you know, find someone to watch him? And the thing is, I had worked at a daycare when I was in high school, and a little bit after that, to like 10 years ago. And I just didn't want to put him in a daycare. If you work at one, it kind of puts a bad taste in your mouth for a daycare, at least where we are. And I just didn't want him to be a number in a room. Like, they kind of treat them like little cows. Like, you know, oh, everybody come eat and shove all the food in your mouth, and everybody go take a nap. It doesn't matter if you're crying, you need to take a nap. Like, I know not all daycares are like that, but most of them are. I've worked at 3. Most of them are. Like, they will never treat your child the way that you will treat your child. And that's just something I didn't want to do. And I also had this thing in my head where I was like, okay, am I working for things, or am I working to put food on the table? or am I just working for luxury? You know, like, and I was working for luxury. We can obviously afford to live off my husband's income alone. But I was working so that we could have like the extra things. And so I had to decide, do I want things or do I want to spend time with my child? And ultimately, time with my child will always win. We decided that's what we're going to do. I put my letter of resignation in, and I just never went back. And I do not regret it. Like, I am so grateful. It's been almost 2 years. I'm so grateful that I'm able to stay home with my child. And like every milestone and every little thing that he does and says, I know it's from me and that I got to witness it. Like, he's picking up my traits and personality. And if you think about it, when you send your child to a daycare, this is something I would tell myself a lot when I worked there, like, these children spend more time with those people at the daycare than they do with you. And that's something that I wasn't okay with. And it means a lot that he's picking up my traits and my personality, and I can see him growing and he's acting like us, you know, and it's really cool because he's not acting like somebody that I'm dropping him off with all day. But I'm not bashing anyone that has to send their child to daycare. Like, I get it. I get it. If it's not for you, it's not for you. But this is just something personal for me that it's like something I have to decide on, and I prefer having my child at home with me. And so because we are not financially, I don't want to say blessed because we are blessed, but financially surpassing others or financially above the game. We don't have a lot of extra expense to throw around. So because of that, I have to be very careful with what we spend and budget. Like, for as far as food and things, I plan out what we're going to eat in the week. I will look at like sales to see what's on sale and maybe make a meal around that. And then I'll buy it, and that's all I'm buying. I'm not going in there and filling up my cart. I used to go in Walmart and be like, or Target, and just buy whatever. But you can't do that. I can't do that anymore, and I'm okay with it. But that's something you have to do because all that adds up a lot. We rarely eat out. Not that we would before. We didn't really eat out that much before either, but we don't do it a lot now. Every now and then we'll pick something up, or we'll go somewhere, special occasion. But that's not anything that bothers us anyways. I'm a homebody regardless. So that's food. And then as far as like Christmas, for example, Christmas, I start buying for Christmas in like June so that it can accumulate over time and we're not taking a big hit in December financially to buy presents. Same for his birthday. I'll start buying like 2-3 months ahead of time so that he can have the stuff that we want to give him, but we're not being hit really hard financially in those months. And that's something you really have to consider. You have to really plan your budget if you don't have that much extra income. But it's not as hard as I thought it was going to be. I thought we were going to really be struggling, but we're not. And I genuinely think that's just a blessing from God, because it's something that I think I'm called to do, is to stay home and raise my children. And some women probably don't feel like that, and I commend you for it, you know, but I think my calling is to stay at home and take care of my children. I don't have aspirations to climb in a business. You know, I don't have aspirations to do anything really besides being a really good mom and being the best wife I can be and tending to our home and just raising my kids to be really good people. That's what I want to do. I want to raise my kids to be good people. That's my goal. And so not working doesn't hurt me like that. Another consideration to take in is how your spouse feels about it and how you feel about it. About your spouse being the primary income for your family, or your partner or whatever. My husband doesn't have a problem. He actually takes pride in being the provider for us. It doesn't bother him. It really doesn't bother me that I'm not the main provider. I know people that it does bother them, and they want to put in their half or their share of the income, but that's really not an issue for me at all. I love my husband. I trust my husband. I know he's going to take care of us, and he, like I said, takes pride in it, and I think that's a good balance. And you kind of have to be okay with that. You have to be okay with taking the back seat on that, and I'm fine with it. So if that's something you're okay with, then you should be fine. Your husband needs to be okay with it as well, or your partner. And I think beyond that, beyond budgeting and beyond being on agreement, it's just deciding that it's what you want to do and you're okay with making sacrifices to do it. So like these people buying like $500 car seats. Can't do it. I'm okay with it though, because I don't need a $500 car seat. His car seat works the same. We got a Graco car seat. It literally does the same thing. It just doesn't look as nice. Priorities. Is my priority to have a really nice car seat? Is my priority to spend time with my child, be able to spend time with my child? And that's something that I have to choose. If you're financially blessed, then you don't necessarily need to make those choices, but that's something that I had to make a choice about, and maybe you're trying to make that decision right now too. That's why you're watching this. It's just something that you're going to have to choose. And I find it easy to choose time with my child, and now that I'm 2 years into this, I can say that it's literally the most rewarding thing. I am at no point thinking back, man, I wish I'd have been able to buy that stroller, or I wish we'd have been able to have this, or I wish this. No, at no point do I regret the decisions that we've made. And if there's nice things that we want, I save up for it and then I buy it. I mean, I can't just buy it on the spot, but I'll save up for it and I'll buy it. Like, it's not like we're deprived. It's not like it's the end of the world, and eventually I'll go back to work. It's not a big deal when my kids are in school. I'll go back and they can come to school where I'm teaching. It'd be really nice. But as far as being home with them while they're home, that's what I choose to do. And if you are thinking about it, if you are considering it, if it's something that is calling you, your heart's tugging at it, do it. Just do it. It's freeing, it's amazing, it's wonderful rearing your children up, and no one will ever be able to raise your children like you will be able to raise your children. You are their mama. You are their sole caretaker, and it's such a rewarding thing to be able to manage and raise your children. It's a rewarding thing, and I think you should do it. I do it over and over and over again if I were given the choice. So you should do it. If you have any questions, if you have any comments, if you want to say something else, put it in the comments below. Like the video, subscribe. I'll try to be posting it at a minimum 2 times a week on here. So I'd like to see you guys back. But thanks for watching.